Good morning, Brandon. Again,
Good morning, butterfly. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Doing good. Been up, been rolling.
Good.
I'm telling you, these motivations are giving me. I don't know what it is. I think I told you about that Sunday that I did so much before I left for work and felt just energized. So same thing this morning. I got up, washed a load of clothes, fold them, put them away. Had my coffee, made me some oatmeal. Um, I don't.
You living good. Good.
Yeah, it's just giving me like a
Good. Well,
different inner something. I would get up early anyway, but I would kind of get up like, I got to get up. Now I get up like, I want to get up. Like I'm still looking at the clock saying, is it time? Time? Is it time? So I'm loving it.
uh, well, let me for our viewers on Instagram. Let me go ahead and pull them in, and we'll start the show.
Good morning,
So,
Dr.
welcome everybody.
Ernestine Hunt. Thank you for getting in here early, the early
Welcome,
bird and
welcome. Good
Bojack's
morning,
girl.
everybody.
Yeah.
Right. Um, Today, everybody, is February 8th, and welcome to the show. This is of Black History Month and our collective story. This is your daily motivation for African American success, celebration of Black History for 2024. Thank you all for being here. If you are African American or African American, you are still welcome. This is just the context and through the lens of African American history, um, and informs our present and our future by looking at our past and reflecting about the lessons learned. We are going through the book that's titled the same thing from this podcast, Daily Motivations for African American Success by Dennis Kimbro, who's the best-selling author of Think and Grow Rich: A Black Choice. A little bit of background about the book. If you rock with Dave and you've heard this, you probably have this part memorized. The Daily Motivations for African American Success will help you focus on the thoughts, attitudes, and deeds that will lead to the achievement of your true goals. In 365 short, powerful motivations, one for the City of the Year, Dennis Kimbro, the author of the popular Think and Rich, A Black Choice, leads us to discover how to use the present moment and our own gifts to transcend rules, cultivate a positive attitude, become wise enough to know when to say yes and to say no, and to look inward for answers to life's challenges. Each motivation begins with words of wisdom from distinguished and celebrated African Americans such as Malcolm X, Marion Wright, Elderman, Whoopi Goldberg, Charlene Hunter Galt, Bill Cosby, Carl Rowan, Mother Hale, Reverend Leonson, and hundreds of others. Their trove of practical inspiration will give you fresh encouragement every single day of the year, but what it teaches will last you a lifetime. So, welcome again, everybody. It's your boy, Brandon, and his beautiful, inspirational mother, the butterfly. So we welcome you to this day. I'm so happy that all of you woke up. You're blessed to have woken up and to spend this time with us, with you. So let's get into it. Mom, anything you got for us before we jump to the passage?
We're all good. I did forget to talk about my beautiful granddaughter, Kitsali. We call her Zali. On um, the day, what was it? Slim and None, I believe, the where we talked about the car or whatever. Brandon and I was talking after the show, and we mentioned yesterday that the car had pulled on the side of me, and I had to kind of eat my own words because I was getting ready to, what are you doing? You know, what I do. But I'm trying not to because I got this thing about people being so careless while driving. But anyway, as we got down the road, Brandon, I just thought about what
That's
she
called
said
road rage.
yesterday. I know, but I didn't want to say the word. Road rage sounds really, not transformational. I'm transforming here. Give me a break.
Just messing with
But my beautiful daughter-in-law, Lord, granddaughter, was on the phone, got on the phone and said good morning. And she says in the most beautiful, sleepy voice, Grandma, please be careful. There's a lot of cars out there and they get hurt. She's 5, y'all. She's 5.
you.
And it was on the day that we we were talking about, the driving and all of that, and the car had just pulled on the side of me. So I just thought that was very interesting as we talk about how this daily motivational is coming to us, or we're going to it. We're attracting the energy of it, the spirit of it, because I think Dennis Kimbro does a wonderful, wonderful job entitling these daily motivations, and they are becoming applicable to in my life on that day. So I just think that's interesting. Also, Brandon, one of these mornings, I really want to dive or have a spiritual surgery on the back on the description of the book, because there's some power in that as well. Maybe just briefly pick something
Mm,
tomorrow morning. Okay, so that's my
okay.
day eight
Okay.
spiel.
I'm always down for that. And y'all, these daily motivations aren't just for you guys; they are for us too. It is
Mm.
somewhat cathartic, but we wanted to share that experience with you all, and maybe inspire you all to do this with a family member or people that you love. It doesn't have to be this book; it can be, but there are countless other books that are just as inspirational. And I encourage everybody to read more, to pick up something. They say if you want to hide it from somebody, put it in a book. Specifically, if you want to, the saying is if you want to hide it from black people, put it in a book, right? So let's break that stereotype and say that we are most educated about ourselves, right? So without further, y'all, I'm gonna jump right into it because I know y'all are hungry for that motivation. I know y'all are hungry for that inspiration, and you are getting in the habit of affirmation. So let's jump right into today. Again, is February the 8th. I'm not mistaken yet. February the 8th. For everybody tuning in on Instagram under the Gladiator Gator Instagram, welcome. I know this is probably a little different that y'all see me in this context or in this light. Y'all usually see me beating up. I'm a professional mixed martial artist. Someone yesterday asked me, I don't see how you make yourself fight people because you're so calm. And I said, it took a whole lot of violence to get this gentle. But thank you. Um, but thank y'all again for rocking with us. We're gonna jump right to it. The title for today's passage is "The Truth Be Told,"
Mm.
and our quote for today is by Benjamin E. Mays, who's an educator, black educator. And the quote from Benjamin is, "It is not your environment;
Mm.
it is you, the quality of your minds, the integrity of your souls, and the determination of your will that will decide your future and shape your lives."
Mm.
And the passage starts, "Most of us desperately hope to make our mark on the events of our lives. But how? There seems to be so much unnecessary confusion regarding the truth about success and achievement. What do successful men and women know that so many do not?" And there's a list of bullet points. They know that that altitude is determined by attitude. They shoot for the stars. So that the road to success is a worthy destination. They take chances. They walk to the beat of a different drummer. They come early and stay late. They make the 40-hour work week look like child's play. They dream big dreams and then work on making those true. They know the law of averages. They know that success is a statistical event. They know that if you don't stand something, you will fall for anything. They have choices, not excuses. Have a strong faith, belief in God, and respect their fellow human beings. They know they are responsible and they respond with ability. They know there's exclamation mark. An affirmation for today is I now know the difference between success and failure. Act on what I know. That's powerful, y'all. I now know the difference between success and favor, and I will act what I know. And last time, the people in the back, so it sets in today. I now know the difference between success and failure, and I will act on what I know. That's the passage for today. On day 8, let the truth be told. How about that title, Mom?
Wow. Again, very thought provoking, one that I can again internalize. I love how it starts out. It is not your environment, it is you, the quality of your minds, the integrity of your souls, and the determination of your will that will decide your future and shape your lives. I instantly thought about the little boy, Ruby Payne, that I talked about a few days ago, where the little boy says, we don't make A's. Do you know what happened to me if I make an A? We don't make A's. That's considered lame. In his eyes, he was basing it on his environment, where he was planted, his foundation, what he saw. Looking out. And we have a lot of kids who they don't go outside of their environment, and they rarely have people showing up in their environment showing them another way, because success starts inwardly. So if we don't think high of ourselves, have faith in a God that will get us where He planned for us to be, we will
Mm,
fail. We will not be successful. So I thought about that story, that young man, and the bullet points. Oh man, all of those are great. All of those are really reflective and kind of carrying on from yesterday's. So
yeah.
wow, I'm sitting here thinking which will I pick for the day? The bullet point, because I would like to take one with me today
Mm.
and reflect upon it.
Yeah, I appreciated the bullet points there, and also the title, "Let the Truth Be Told." And so I think truth isn't subjective, right? Truth is completely
Mhm.
objective. Truth is, despite feelings, it's fact. Despite sentiments and opinions, it stands apart from that, and it's factual. And so I'm looking at the bullet points, and it speaks with such certainty. They know that altitude is determined by attitude, so they shoot for the stars. They
Mhm.
know that the road to success is the road to decision, or they take. It's not they maybe or some of them, or no. It's very concrete, and a lot of it was what they know, right? I see what, one, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe out of 6 out of 10, maybe
But the last one
start with
says they know their
they know.
stuff.
They
That
know
last
their
one.
stuff, and then even in the affirmation, I now know. So it's almost like all of these other things were are reminders to ourselves, but
Mm.
it's still realization, right? Like once you remind yourself, of your capabilities, and you commit to the process, you commit to what it takes. That's when the difference is made between success and failure. And one thing that I appreciated that I'm going to take with me today is they know the law of averages. They know that success is a statistical event, and that reminds me of MMA. Um, the what people say is the hurt business. It's hard some days going to training, when you have a fight, or even when you don't have a fight. I mean, well, I'll say this: it's easy to go to training when you have a fight. It's hard to train every day in the same capacity and function when you don't have a fight coming up. And you're just doing maintenance work on your skills. But the best of us are the ones that still go. My coach told me something after my last fight. I took like 2 to 4 weeks of resting, letting my body heal, and all that stuff. And for much of December and part of January, my coach was out of town, and so when he came back, he knew, because we have a sign-in sheet, who had been coming and all that. And of course, there, when people have a fight, he's like, all right, take you a little week off or something like that. but I needed a little bit more. Plus, it was hot. We had that snowstorm and stuff. No excuse. But when I came in, one of the first days I came in, I hurt my foot. I was playing footlocks with another great grappler in Ethan Birmingham, who has a fight this weekend, and we were just playing with footlocks, and all of a sudden I hear a little snapping sound. I was like, "Was that you or was it me?" I think it was you. I was like, "Oh man!" And I started to slowly. And my coach said, I wrapped it up, iced it, and when I came back the next training, my coach said, "How's your foot?" And I said, "It's all right. I'm gonna just be light on it, but it's okay." And it's since a lot better now. He said, "Well, don't take breaks because after people get fight and they take a break, they usually get hurt in the first second day that they come back. So don't take breaks." And that's taken real estate in my where I was like, "Dang, he's right." Because I thought back in time and I was like, people that I've seen get hurt, it's usually after they take a little break and come back. I may have not stretched or warmed up properly. Their body is kind of, out of sync, got to get their timing back. He was like, don't take breaks. And so I was reminded of that when I read that they follow the law of averages, that success is a statistical event, meaning the more that you do something, the better and the more proficient you will be. Not just with your skill set, but let's say it's a physical thing. The more you go running, the better you'll run, and not only your cardio will be, but better your muscles will be. Um, I've heard people because I would train people in years past. I did some physical training and fitness with people, and when they would first come back and they would try to run, they'd be like, "My body is itching. Why is my body itching? I feel I should scratch everywhere. My legs, my stomach, my back. I feel like I need to scratch." And I it was perplexing to me because I remember that feeling, but it only happened after I didn't run for a while, and that's been years since I've had that feeling. But it was just from their body and their blood not flowing in certain ways because they had not ran in a long time. But the person that runs even once a week, won't get those same frustrating itches while you're running. So I just thought I'm relaying those things and realizing, yeah, it is a law of averages. The more you do something, the more likely you are to be successful in it. There's that not old, but there's a book that became pretty popular that spoke about 10,000 hours of mastery, meaning it took someone on average, about 10,000 hours of doing something to become a master. So now I look at things like, okay, have I gotten my 10,000 hours in? And if I haven't, then that's what I need to be focusing on. That's the goal. How do you eat an elephant bite by bite, one step at a time? So that's what I got from it.
So, Brandon, and what I just got from what you said, applying it to life and our spiritual life, that allows us to feed off the spirit. So often we'll go really strong for a while. We'll get up, we'll meditate, we'll pray, go seek God. And then we will allow things and people to distract us. And so, and it's so smooth with it that we don't even realize that we have disconnected from the source. Like the power cord is in the socket, but because it's not all the way in there, the light will not come on because it has to
I
be all
feel
the way
you.
in there. So with our spiritual life, it's the same way. We'll like for you for training. We'll go, and we are good. We're feeling like we can survive the storm that we're equipped, that we have on the armor, the body of God on us. And then we'll stop. And then we'll wonder, well, why am I feeling this way? Why is this happening? And it's not that it wasn't happening before. I think we were just equipped before because we were preparing for the storm, the fight. Because if you are seeking
Mm,
your creator, if you're seeking God, you better prepare for the storm, for the storms. And seeking God is the umbrella. in that rain, in that storm. So when I was hearing you, I was thinking about, boy, how we do that with our spiritual life. Um, Something here.
Right.
What do successful men and women know that so many do not? I believe, you guys, they know themselves, that they've conquered, or at least the need to stop the internal battle with themselves. So I
Mm,
believe successful people get to a place where they know who they are, they know whose they are, whatever that looks like for them, and they are accepting of that. But also with the knowledge that there are some things, there are some non-productive character qualities that I have. Let me be true to them. Let the truth be told about those things, because we all have them. But for whatever reason, we want to avoid them. Like, you guys, I offer an assessment that helps you understand not just who you are, but how you are. It's like how you're wired. Why do you do some of the things you do, respond the way that you respond? It was so good for me that I tell people, okay, I have my Bible, I have God, but it feels like God wrote this personal letter for me and gave it to me from Him, my Creator, to me. That's just how awesome it was for me. And how this assessment came about is a beautiful story. Not enough time for that. But I offered it, a free one, to a young lady, and I had already said this year that I wasn't doing that much, but I was led to. The word assessment, I know it frightened her. So she
mm,
she said, "You know what? I don't think I want to take that right now." And all I could say is, why? And I don't think people are ready
mm,
to see themselves good, and I'm going to say productive and non-productively. So that's one. Successful men and women know, what do they know that others don't? They know who they are. They've showed up to practice, Brandon, with themselves. They've showed up.
mm.
And then the other
It
one,
shows. So.
they take chances. They walk to the beat of a different drummer. The different drum is they walk to their very own beat, the one that God has given them. They know who they are. They know the sound of their drum. They know.
Mm,
And they know the sound of the voice of the creator. They know. They know. I remember, and it's funny because you were talking about Paul Young. I remember um, I used to go to sleep with the TV on, and I remember just being awakened out of my sleep because um, Pastor Diane Young, I heard her voice in my sleep, and I thought, I instantly got up. I was like, oh, I know that voice, because the TV had come to her doing preaching and all of that, and it made me think about the verse that says, "The day you hear my voice, the day we hear His voice," and we should know. We should know. So this is awesome. I think the one that I will take with me today, Brandon, is um, the one about the excuses. Where is that one? They make
oh, they make
choices,
choices.
not
Excuses.
excuses. So y'all
Hey,
pick one of these today. I wish I had put them out there so you guys could see it. Maybe I'll have time to drop them in the comment section so you all can pick one, for those of you who have not gotten the book. You guys, please get this book. Please support the author, um, and get the book, and support yourself. Support yourself. It will help you. It will help you. Back over to you, Brandon. I got a little long winded, and I'll
absolutely.
read some comments
No,
after you're
that's
done.
no, that's fine. I'm listening. Yeah, absolutely. For the folks in the chat in the comment, let us know where you're tuning in from, and then also let us know what you think about this book and this specific passage. What do you think about this title? Let the truth be told. And then let's look at the opening passage. It says most of us desperately hope to make our mark on the events of our lives. So these are events of our
Mm.
lives. These are the events of our lives. This is what we're doing every single day. We're trying to make our mark on things, also making their mark on us, right? But the difference is how, you know, and there is a lot of confusion regarding the truth of success and achievement. And so I think when the title says "Let the truth be told," um, it lists it as points, and I find that very interesting. That on other the
Mm.
book, as you can see, it's pages, and then here it's all bullet points. I don't know if y'all can see that, but so that means there's no there's no fluff, there's no unnecessary confusion about what successful men and women know that many do not, and it lists those things. So for me, um, it stuck out to me that we're trying our mark on the events of our lives. That's just powerful to me. So, but let me know what you guys think in the chat. Do we have any? I can't. Let me see if I can see the chat to see what y'all are saying. Uh, Truth is freeing. Great book. Love the motivation. Know who you are. Ernestine Hunt. Thank you. Yes, battle in our mind. She said. Reason we have to have mind in Christ. And man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Let the truth be told. The truth about who you are, about your identity, about whose you are. I think that alone is powerful. It can give you some insights into not only what you should do in life and what your purpose is in life, but who you are. Not what you should do, but who you really are. So let the truth be told about that. To look into the mirror and see your flaws. That's what it's for.
Mm.
It's to notice the blemishes so that we can polish those out. And if we never look at the mirror, if we never hold ourselves to account, eventually we will be held to account. There's a beautiful passage in the Quran that says, "Hold yourselves to account before the day of accounting."
Mm.
Right? Like hold yourselves to account before the day of accounting. Day of account is emphasized as in the ultimate day. In Arabic, it's Yom Kiyama. The what we perceive as a day of judgment, right? And it's both in a literal sense, but also in a small metaphor that hold yourself accountable for most things. I think that's a principle that translates over to our everyday lives. If, for example, if you're not going to training, not picking up that book, not working on your dissertation, not putting your one step behind the other in your goals, then eventually that statistical event known as success, your law of averages will be a very low average. So your probability of success will be low. And we have to hold ourselves accountable to that. It's easy, and I'll speak of myself. I'll speak to myself first. It's easy to say, oh, well, this is the problem. This is why I
Mm.
wasn't successful. This is why uh, I didn't win that, or this is why I didn't. I never was a best-selling author. No, I've written so many books because there's critical steps that weren't. There's time that wasn't put in. There's a reflection or a lack of reflecting and assessment and accountability that wasn't there. So when it came time to execute, weren't there, right? Take account for what for our stuff. It says in the last one, they know stuff. I could think of a bunch of words to replace stuff. They know their, you know. So
They're
know
it.
your stuff,
They know they're it.
man. What's the stuff that man? What's the stuff that you gotta deal with? What's the stuff, your stuff that's your way between you and your stuff? It may be that you're not holding yourself. It may be that you're making excuses and making choices. And so we can look at those and flip those. It may be that it's your attitude that's keeping from having that high altitude. It may be that you're not shooting for the stars. It may be that you come late and leave early instead of coming early and leaving late. Um, it may be that your dreams aren't big enough and that you're not working to make it true. So I think we can go through each one of those bullet points and replace certain words, and it be not the recipe for success, but it be the recipe for failure and disaster. Now, which one of those do you need most? And I would invite everyone, and we can list all of those again so you guys can hear them. But which one of those bullet
Oh,
points? I want you to listen when I go back and read this. And I'm sorry.
I was going to say I'm going to list them also in the comment section sometime today. That not this morning, but I will today.
Okay, great, great. But as I go, this guys, I want you guys to listen and figure out which one you need, not which one do you like. Look at the one that gives you the most pause, the one that you feel a little apprehensive, a little uncomfortable. That's the one that's you grow the most. Nothing out of comfort. Nothing that's from being in the same place and without some type of stress or stimulus. That's energy. And like I said, these same principles are to the spiritual. Anything that happens physically or happens physically has a spiritual reversion. Okay, so let's see and tell me which one. Listen in the or in the comments right over here on Instagram for the people out with me. Um, which one of these hits home for you? So, what do successful men and women know that so many do not? And I'll list them. Which one is you? One, they know that altitude is determined by attitude, so they shoot for the stars. Know that the road to success is a worthy destination. They take chances. They walk to the different drummer. They come early and stay late. They make the 40-hour work week look like child's play. They dream big. They dream big dreams and then work on making them true. They know the law of averages. Success is a statistical event. They know that if you don't stand for something, you will fall for any. They make choices and not excuses. They have a strong faith, belief in God, and respect fellow human beings. They know that they are responsible. They know they're responsible, and they respond with ability. They know the. The widows is you.
We're losing you there, Brandon. What
My
happened?
bad, my bad. That was I was responding to your grandchildren coming in, and I had hit my camera and phone. They came in just to peek in and said, "I love you," and left out.
Let them babies
But
come
yeah,
on.
so think, hey, we'll be here all
Did you
day. But
did you get through the last one?
I did. I think I did.
Okay. Okay.
I think I did.
Really
They
quick,
know their
how's the
stuff. I
time?
don't know if I did. They know
They
their
know their
stuff.
stuff. I want to go back to the title. Let the truth be told. And I want you guys to think about this. I won't say finish it with this. Let the truth be told that it's not them, it's you. It's not your failed marriage, it's you. It's not it's not your environment where you come from, it's you. Let the truth be told. It's not outwardly, it's not anybody outwardly, and it's not the things that happen to you. It's you that's keeping you away from being successful, because now you know the difference between, or we should, when we know the difference between success and failure, we can act on what we know. So define success for you, because as the back of the book starts, the description, daily motivations for African American success will help you focus on the thoughts, attitudes, and deeds that will lead you to the achievement of your true goals. So, success is about your thoughts, attitudes, and deeds. And I want to ask, for some reason, I'm on this question or on this one. They dream big dreams and then work on making those dreams come true. What's your big dream? And how much faith do you have in that big dream?
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes we can have a big dream and a big plan and have little faith. Sometimes we can write the book and produce it and have little faith that it's going to do good. And I brought that up because you mentioned that earlier, Brandon, that it's going to be a successful book. So what's your big dream? But do you have big faith? Let the truth be told today. Take all the responsibility off of the people that you are using as an excuse, the things that you are using as an excuse, and think about What do successful men and women know that so many do not? And let the truth be told when you answer that question for yourself. I
Mm.
had a few more
They
things,
know
but I
the
know we're
truth.
kind of pressed for time. Say that again.
I said they know the truth about
They
themselves.
know the truth. Right. Right. So that's my piece for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Please get this book if you have not ordered it. You know the name of it, so we're all big grown people. We can look up everything. So I'm just not going to do the work to looking it up and dropping the link. You know the name of it. Look it up if you want it. Hey, no excuses. If you want it, get it. I don't need to drop the link. I'm not going to drop the link. So look it up, buy it. There's many places that have it. So let's see.
I want
I
to
don't know where we left off on the
people that
comment.
are in the yeah. I was gonna say I want to shout out people that are tuning in from Instagram Live. I appreciate y'all. Just Peak, man, that's an amazing business right there. Just Peak, y'all check out just underscore Peak Peake. Um,
What do
incredible
they
work
do,
that they're
Brandon?
doing.
What do they do?
Um, uh, I remember specifically the Peak family about their like doula and helping them with helping people have children naturally. I
Okay.
remember seeing that some years ago.
Okay.
And I was it was during the time when we
Okay.
were having children. We had already picked some people to go with prior to actually knowing. But I went to school with one of them in high school. We got Zach Hicks MMA. That was actually my last opponent. He's tuning in live. I really appreciate that, man. The camaraderie in MMA is amazing. We go in there and fight, and then come out and and cool, man. That's just an amazing sport, and to me the best sport in the world, and the best in the sport in the world. We got Gator Sports Therapy, Gaiter. That's somebody that has the same name in a sense, minus the OR, the ER. So we've been Instagram. We have the modest Chicana, my beautiful wife. Thank you for joining, love, and for other people, man. I really appreciate y'all stopping through. Comment and let us know what you think about this book. Again, it is Daily Motivation for African American Success, a celebration of Black History Month. But if you are not, you are definitely right now by tuning in invited to cook out. So come get you some barbecue, some good food, some coleslaw, some chicken, and feel yourself. So thank y'all for coming and rocking with us today. I hope this has been a benefit to you, and I hope that you join us tomorrow and that you invite others because we will be reading every single day of this month from the book Daily Motivations for African American Success by Dennis Kimbro. Thank y'all so much for rocking with us, Mom. If you don't have anything else, I'm gonna close this out. You wanna close this out? You want me to do it?
You're gonna do our three. You're gonna do the reading, right?
Thanks. That's right.
All
Thank you for reminding me.
right. So
Also,
let
we
me
just got
get.
I got to make one more shout out. Pretty boy,
Okay. Okay.
pretty down in Texas. Uh, man, Savon, man, we used to live on Herbert Field, based down in Florida together. We were military brats together as kids. Man, I got some stories about that guy. And then Far From Home Chronicles. Diala, thank you for joining us. You said you might join us this morning. I really appreciate you coming through on that. This is the end of the show, but make sure you're up early tomorrow morning, and we will have another show. Or go back today and watch the show. We will be having this on YouTube as well, so you can go back and watch it there. Just type in this season. And Mama, do you want to provide a link in the comments for this? And I'll probably do the same.
Okay. I will. Yeah, and it's already
I
out
cool.
there. I know on Facebook, but I'll drop it in the stream.
I bet. Well, before we go, guys, we're gonna do what we always do. We're gonna read the affirmation of the day 3 times. One time for me, one time for you, and another time for the people in the back. To make sure that they hear it, and for the people that you're gonna invite to the next show. And so the title is "Let the Truth Be Told." The quote is, "It's not your environment, it's you. The quality of your minds, the integrity of your souls, and the determination of your will that will decide your future and shape your lives." And the affirmation of today that we're going to say 3 times, I want y'all to say it with me if you can. I now know the
No.
difference between success and failure. I will act on what I know. That's going at the bottom of your screen right there. I now know the difference between success and failure,
And failure.
and I will act on what I know. And our last time, with everybody saying out loud or saying hard, if you can't speak it out loud right now, I now know the difference between success and failure. I will act on what I know. Go out there today, people, and act on what you know. Be beautiful and be bold. That's all we got for you today. See us on day 9 with Brandon and his beautiful mother, the butterfly. Thank y'all. Peace.
Peace. Love y'all. Thank you for your support. Share this video. Share this video. Buy the book. Thank you.